All right. Welcome back once again, Scrap Mechanic. 2 weeks in a row. My goodness. Um, for those who don't remember, I had said in the last stream I was going to wait a little bit for modded. That didn't happen. I wanted to, but Kitten and I both we just kind of ran course. The the progression part. I was feeling like something was missing. So was Kitten, and it was progression. And I had seen this mod and it adds some progression, which, yeah. So this is just kind of a thing for people who may be interested. By no means an expert on the mod, but I saw things in it that I liked, that I felt would make the game a longer game. But one of these is a big storage container and these awesome tires. I really like these tires. They don't. They float. They act like water wheels, so you can drive on water if your vehicle's not too heavy, because that one. But more importantly, yeah, I just want to show you a couple things about the mod. We're just gonna play around a little bit, have some fun. It's not going to be anything really structured. Got no serious plans. At the end, I may put my entire farm at risk and do a big farm just to see what we can get. I remade my blades, except I took everybody's advice and made them out of tier 3 metal. I also had to take the tubes out of the middle because they kept getting knocked out. They're just not strong enough, and unfortunately, there's no stronger little tube deal. So the middle is tier 3 blocks, and then these are some of the Fant mod blocks that they're triangles, and I just backed them. So it's got some teeth in it now. But yeah. Oh, 1 second. Why is this highlighted over here? Go away. There we go. I don't know why that was that, but there it was. Thank you, Scar. Appreciate the resub. Twitch Prime. Right? Twitch Prime? I think you did. Maybe not. Maybe you didn't. Well, either way, thank you. My voice audio seems low compared to last week. Last week I was on the home setup. I was back at the house. Today I'm on, yeah, hold on. Is that better? Not Twitch Prime this time? Oh, I don't get your Prime this time? Well, damn it. All right, Scott. Thanks, Hendrik. Yeah, I totally forgot I was, yeah, I'm back in the RV this week, so. But yeah, so. Couldn't put that up there. She wanted to sit up here and watch fights happen. But yeah, Hendrik, did you watch? You were there last week, weren't you? We were doing a little bit on the game. You know, still learning it. I mean, but like I said, I'd only played the game for about a week and a half or so, 2 weeks. And I don't claim I was an expert, but I can tell you I've played a ton of survival games. And there are certain things that I like and certain things, that without them I feel like they're missing. And on this one, like I say, I may upset some purists out there, and there does seem to be quite a few people who follow the game still. To me, it's missing progression and activities to do after day 3. And I mean, yes, you can build jets and stuff, and I still didn't learn that one. I haven't even learned it in this one where it's easier. But if you're not trying to do jets, which at the time I still don't really actually want to make a jet. um, there wasn't anywhere else to go. So if I made a flying machine, then I would have been pretty much done. And I was going back reading the dev blog and stuff like that, and it seems like a lot of the stuff they plan is things that are in this Fant mod. They've talked about a bunch of different things in there. Matter of fact, I saw people and things that they weren't planning on that people have asked for, like the daylight sensor and whatnot. That is part of this Fant mod. And rather than just beat the dead horse, what I'm getting at is this one adds a lot of the stuff that I felt vanilla was missing. and apparently even some of the things the devs thought are missing because they are planning to add them in. Like I said, I went back to 2021 and was reading question and answers, and yeah, even they're talking about adding several of the things that are in here and their future plans. Um, which, not gonna lie, like they're really moving slow on adding things. So I looked at their last major update, and it's triangle pieces, really. Okay, this whole mod exists in the time they built the game, and it's added more stuff than the game came with. Now, I'm not saying that it's on the same level, and they have to test for stability long term and things like that. Whereas Fant, you know, needs to make it so it works, and and I can't verify that it's all for stability long term. Um, although it seems like he knows what he's up to. I'm just saying, I haven't had any problem with any of his pieces that I've learned how to work. I've been tinkering. I don't know still what probably half the pieces do or how to make them work. I'm not a logic person on this game. I do have to learn that. Even on Empyrean, I don't really use the and, NAND, and OR switches, the logic switches in that sense, so I'm still working on it. Let's see. Scar says, I keep forgetting to use that for you, so I did get 6 month sub. So, well, I do appreciate that, Scar, very much. I was just teasing you about it, but thank you very much. Hey, Draco. Good to see you, dude. I was thinking about you the other day. I hadn't seen you in a hot minute. But yeah, so anyhow, so to get to some of the things that are different. Well, this is different. This is just a nice thing to have, especially in the area where. So if you think of it like, we would go into like a 7 days to die. This is your horde base. It's your garden, but food and resources. That's how you buy your guns. You have a trader. Uh, this is just nice because you can even set the range, and I've got it dialed in so that it doesn't pick up. I had a bunch of cows in the garage, and apparently they despawn over time. I was just doing it to mess with Kitten, and I thought it would be funny on stream, and they're all gone except for like one, and the two that we have started with. But yeah, they will pick up and tell you the health and amount, or whatever is around you. So if you got hay bots or tote bots or whatever, and it'll put their health over their head. It's nice to have in the horde area. Yeah, I've had some problems over here for some reason. They love this side of the base, so I'm trying to make it so they quit because they keep trying to blow up my watering can there. They can get through tier 3 metal if you give them long enough. So yeah, this is a bit ugly, but anyway, I did build this better than last time. This you can build in vanilla for the most part, not these, but the rest of this is all vanilla. Well, these wouldn't quite work the same because these are 3-way connectors or 2-way connectors. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, they'll feed all the way through, whereas the vanilla ones you'd have to do each individual one. But it's all right because you wouldn't be using these anyway. These are teleporters or transporters. Teleport pipe storage. So this is when it harvests. When these pick up all the stuff in the crop, it just teleports it over to a matching one that you paint to the same color so that they know that they work together. Then you have to power each one with a switch, and it puts all the stuff in here. We'll be using that in a bit. And I've got one on the intake too, so I've got light green because, when new growth is happening, it's light green. So I painted it that way, and dark green for old growth, meaning it's done, goes over there. There might be a better way of doing it, but for now, this is working. But yeah, these are my blades. Same as before, just bigger and heavier duty. And also, speaking of heavier duty, because my garden is so much larger than the one on the other one, I moved the hooks out because I had them on the center like before, and this thing was tripping out super hard. And I had to run double pistons also just to keep them from falling apart. Anyway, got some potatoes over there because Kitten thinks she's Annie Oakley and has to shoot everything. Yeah, let me show you some of the other new parts. The tires, like I say, are awesome. This is, it actually goes on the back of here. It's just for picking up garbage off the ground. So this is just leftover stuff from a run I did. I want those. But, so, in this one, you can actually use the sunshake containers that you can pick up with all the little garden side farmer markets along the road. but you can actually use them, and it displays the damn things. Isn't that awesome? They rotate and everything. It's just a cool little feature. Kittens decided to make a whole damn wall out of it for everything from the moo juice to the carrots and corn, and we have a couple blueberries. Can you tell what we usually eat? We eat the blueberries. The blueberries are awesome. They give you water and food at the same time. But if you're running a lot, you're going to go through liquids a bit more. So I recommend keeping some cow juice around. Let's see. But yeah, wait, is that eggplant? No, that's more blueberries. Holy shit. I could use some extras. All right, let me get some extra moo juice too. Actually, yeah, there. Good enough. All right, so that's just one thing you can do. Kitten putting up nipples everywhere because why not? Nipples. These are grow plots here for this is paint, and you can also use it if you're really desperate. In here, you have to understand how this is not an efficient use of the beehives to get the beeswax. This does not feed this very well. Yeah, use high-end vegetables like broccoli. You get 1-to-1. These, it's like, I don't know, all of this, I filled this thing multiple times to get like 25, maybe 25. But yeah, so just to give you an idea, so let's go to tools. This, and this are vanilla tools. The rest of this is mod tools. They'll help you. This lets you paint entire areas at once. So much nicer. Like the teeth in there, those are all white now. They were orange because that's the default color on them. Let me see if I can actually. Oh, and this is a mod thing. Not to mention these huge storages. That's a mod, and it you need it because I'm a hoarder. Everybody knows it. But this is a storage manager, and if you hook it in, like I've got all my storages connected, including my secondary over here. Everything connected to this pipeline is going to register in here. And you can see, so like, it's really handy for blocks because, you know, I'm filling up storage and you want to see how much you've got. It'll tell you exactly how much you've got sitting there. I've got way too much scrap stone, but yeah. And it just reads the whole thing and it's instant. It's, you know, there's no waiting. It's not a lag problem. It reads so nice. And it lets you know what you need to get, what you already have on hand. Does it for all your parts as well, for all your interactive parts and your regular parts. Like I say, this alone would have just been amazing because I don't want to sort everything. Well, I thought about it, but I can't find a thing that makes it sort. I think there's one in there, but I'm not the one figuring it out yet. Oh, I've got ways to go. Wait, how many of these do I have? I only have 2. Okay. But yeah, that is super handy. And you can, let's see here. So if we go into blocks, there's a few modded blocks, like a lot. Let's see, I think it's, where are we at? Is it everything after that one? I think it might be everything after this one. These are all modded blocks, I think. Or is that part of the triangles update? That might be. Anyway, these are easier. Go to here. And I think it's everything. Yeah, everything after this large canister right here. This is all the modded stuff just for the interactive. These are all things that do other things that you have to interact with and change things and do stuff with them. You think he added just a little bit? I mean, hell, there's tank treads here. I started working with those. I'm going to take a while to learn that one. But yeah, more pipe connections. This is huge. This is super nice and convenient to have. These are for making, like, motorcycles. I will have to make one of those one day. But, yeah, I mean, just glowbug and snail box. There's a good one over here. So these little guys here, if you feed them cardboard, they give you glow poop, which is used for other recipes like batteries and stuff like that. But you have to sit and babysit them and feed them, and you can set up complicated contraptions to do it. In here, they made it user-friendly, so anybody can do it. Not set up something super fancy, learn timers, learn logic, and whatnot to make it work. Um, you put the cardboard in here, it feeds into here. There's your glow poop. And the snail's the same thing, and he gives you random resources. You don't give him cardboard, you give him, what is it, eggplant. Um, Another thing that the mod added, this one's a garbage can. Not big fan on that one. I mean, I get it, and I just haven't run anything that would be better to turn into garbage than use the recycler. So you get these heads from the bots, throw it in there, it breaks it down. Now you have all these extra resources for things you just had sitting there. I like that. Um, otherwise they just sit there and they build up on the wall. It gets kind of annoying. And there's really no way that I'm aware of to get rid of them in your world otherwise. So in here, you get rid of them. And here's one of my favorite parts. One of the biggest grinds in the game. Well, there's two. Glue and component kits. Now, some might say this is a little OP because you're speeding up the game a bit much, and I can't argue that. Because you get one three compound kits for each Totebot head. And once you get this hammer over here, you get a head every time you hit one. So there, that's, a bunch of component kits is what it is. Kind of the way I look at it is the way I look at every mod like we had with Ark. Some things were OP, some things weren't. If I felt it was too OP for the way I wanted to play, I didn't use it. That's all. And, I might do the same thing here. I haven't run into anything. I think there was a couple things, actually. Can't think of them offhand, but there's a couple that are like, I think I'll skip on that for now. And, everybody can do that on their own. So if somebody doesn't want to play the mod because, well, there's this, that, and the other is OP, well, what about the other 99% of the mod? Is that useful? Like glue. As far as I can tell, this is one of the most hated grinds, is getting these glue clams. Make batteries. So you use your little guy over here with some cardboard. You feed him cardboard. He gives you glow poop. Put him into there with some scrap metal and what else is it? Let's see. Consumable, battery. There's another recipe for batteries too. But you get scrap metal, poop, and chemicals. Make batteries. And feed it to him. You can also use that one with oranges and paint. And I don't know about that. I haven't used that one. Anyway, put it in here. The clam will, slowly make glue. Well, clams. Then you convert that back to glue. And since I know my peoples haven't played a ton of Scrap Mechanic, my usuals, this is how you get glue. Otherwise, it takes 3 of the clams to make 1 glue. Sometimes you get a nice one. That's really nice. That's 5. There are other times you get 1. And usually I get 2 or 3 on average. And I think in vanilla, I don't know if you get 5. I don't think I've ever seen that. What the hell? This might be part of the mod, actually, to make it a little easier. I thought the most you got was 4, but I've never seen so much glue come from one couple swing here. Maybe I'm just getting really good RNG today. Farming skill. You're right. Thank you, Fant. Oh, hey, Fant. Dude, I love your mod. Absolutely. You did amazing work. Absolutely. Absolutely. Made the game for me. Absolutely. I can't say it enough. I said, like I mentioned earlier, I said I know I said I was going to wait a bit, but vanilla progression is just you're done too quick, and you've hit the top, and there's nothing else to work for. And I wanted something to work for. Damn it. Kitten was the same way. We were both kind of in the same boat. We liked the game a lot, but there was nowhere to go after a certain point. But yeah, you're right. And since he mentioned farming skill, there is a skill tree. So you hit enter, slash, skill. So I've got 74 skill point, or level, whatever. There's your points. You can put them into health, food, thirst, loot. And you're right. Yeah, I totally did the loot thing and loot and farming. So I haven't put anything into refine yet. I prefer to use machines. I don't want to deal with it. And damage. I have 35 points. I don't even know where I want to put these at this point. I like taking less damage, though. That's been a nice thing. You know what? Let's go to 70. And put out some damage, too. It doesn't really matter to me. I just like, it's not super important. I'm going to pump the thirst and food up next because I think I'm going to try to put that to 100. Just to slow down the drinking a little bit. But, yeah. Oh, that's another thing. There's more enemies. There's a couple new enemies, which I also thought was a really good idea. I even mentioned it, I think, last stream, that game could use some more diversity in enemies. I wouldn't even mind seeing, like, a much stronger enemy in the game. I don't know how you would incorporate it, and I don't know, certainly, with modding, how that would work. Just kind of a thought. Anyway. Oh, and if you don't mind, I have a question. So I haven't looked up a whole lot. I've been trying to just kind of play through and learn most of this. I did watch a couple of your videos, but they just happened to pop up in my feed. Apparently, Google was listening. What's in the top right where you got it looks like armor or, shield, speed, and looks like that lungs? I don't know what the last one is. Looks like they're dancing. Can you tell me what those are? Are those buffs from the food? Exosuit. Okay. Okay. And what is the last one? Like I said, it looks like dancing to me. What is that one? I don't really see it. Hey, a bot made it here early. Look at you. Buys cheap viewers. No. Oh, and the hay fork. Oh, I love the hay fork. Oh, jump. Gravity. That makes sense. I want to know how this guy gets in here. And did he violate the poor... I think he violated the poor hay bot in here. I've never found a dead one. I don't think I did it. Must have had a crushing problem. But anyway, so like I was saying, for those of you who may feel like, that's a work in progress. Don't look. Actually, we'll go look at it later. It's a thing. It's a bit of dumb. Oh yeah, I also have a little door. It's just high enough to keep them out. Yeah, I haven't really messed with this yet either because I don't think I have enough stuff to really utilize this. But I love the layout. Everything's so easy to see. I mean, these are all just modded pieces right here. Gotta scroll down because that's where it hits. But yeah, that's just all modded stuff. That's so much stuff added to this game. Unreal. I love all the extra pieces to build with. I haven't really messed with it yet. Those who've been around know that for the most part, I build a lot of utilitarian stuff until I get really comfortable with things. Then I work on decorative stuff. So it'll be a while before I go decorative. To increase your performance, use parking spaces. Oh, yeah. I looked at those yesterday. I did see that. I was looking at using those. Yeah, it ghosts them. So that they don't impact anything. Right now, I'm not being hit too bad. When Kitten and I are both on and we've been playing for several hours, I think the game's got a slight memory leak. I know 7 Days to Die used to have a really bad one. This one's nowhere near as bad. It takes many hours before it starts kicking in. But I'll notice my FPS is worse until I do a reboot, and then all of a sudden it doubles again out of nowhere. As soon as you do that. It's not a real big hassle. It's pretty common. You should reload your map every 2 to 3 hours anyway. Okay, see, so yeah. Any particular reason other than memory leak, or because that's usually what I associate that with is memory leak. Like I said, fairly common, at least in the games that I've always played with all the survival games. So it's not an unusual thing. Just because of the memory leak, that makes sense. That makes sense. To be fair, I have played this. Kitten and I had a couple of days. I just made some popcorn. I haven't really got a chance to mess with it yet. Kitten and I played a couple of days where it was like 9 hours straight without restarting. And yeah, I went from about 130 down to about 30 FPS by the end. But overall, it was still playable until you got here. And yeah, it's so yeah, this is Big Ugly. I'm working on it. I have tried about a dozen different things for the wheels. I ended up going back to just a straight axle and bearing. They get a little wonky, but I have some other ideas I want to do. It's not done, obviously. You can't have that much weight in the front and not have anything in the rear. But I do kind of like it. Kind of has that big, mean, chewy, I'm going to bite you kind of feel. I light it up. I'm going to put some lights on the side, too. Kind of looks like a big truck. So I squared off the wheels in the front, or the headlight, or the windows in the top. But not super impressive. It doesn't do anything too major, but yeah. These just help chew and get to places you can't reach. It's got the super sucker on it, which I love it. Let's put it that way. But yeah, as soon as I put that on, there's Kitten's like, I thought that was, yeah, you can get where she's going to go with that. But yeah. It drinks like a pig. Of course it would. It weighs a ton. Yeah, we got to put something else back here to counterweight it. It actually works pretty well. The rear wheels go a little wiggly, but that's because they're also like the biggest wheels in the game, and the bigger the wheels, the bigger the problem. I knew that going in, and I even read that in the dev blog, like I said, the question and answer bit. So it wasn't an unexpected side effect, but it does work. I can deal with a little visual distortion here and there, but I mean, as long as you're not going full speed, it actually works fairly well. And it's not really meant to be a full speed machine. It's, oh, I don't think I ever bumped these up to full power. No wonder they're not that bright. You know, I never looked at all the tools. Maybe you have one for this. I was remembering in Ark, there used to be a gun you could shoot lights at and change the brightness. So you could just shoot them instead of going into their menu on each one. I think that was on Ark. I don't know. Yeah, that's way better. I can see a lot better now. But anyway, yeah, like I said, you did. It's just backing up is going to be. The booty's a little light. We'll work on that. But you did a great job, as far as I can tell. Did you make all of this yourself? Like the whole mod? Because if you did, holy crap, dude, you must be a workaholic. It's just this. There's so much stuff in here. There's hover pads and tank tracks and all these blades and stuff I don't even know how to work yet. The jet stuff. I like these. I'm still working on learning how to use them. So far, the only thing I've done with them is on I made a gyroscope on my little runabout. This is the one here. I've just got it so that it can turn on its own a little bit. It helps the steering. This isn't pushing forward. That's just this turning. Just helps to keep it drive a little bit better. It needs lights, though. I have not put lights on. This is just, like I say, for cruising around. Its main job is actually grabbing farmers. That's why it's got the super sucker on the front. Pick them up right off the ground. But yeah, Henrik, I thought when I saw all these other blocks, I thought of you. Having all these different blocks to work with. Considering I know how much you like to build, and this just gives you a level of detail that I thought you might enjoy. And then there's paint for each of them, too, obviously. They don't have to stay this color. All the blocks. Exactly. Well, Henrik likes his blocks, damn it. He likes to build different things, and you got to have blocks to do it. And this is just some of the blocks here. And if you go into, I think it's parts. Yeah, there's even more shapes there. These are specialized ones. And it actually reminds me a lot of some of the blocks from Empyrean, which Empyrean has been one of my favorite games for building in forever. Here, let me get some just regular blocks. Here, let me grab, I've got a ton of concrete, right? Yeah. Grab 100. No. Oops, not 111. We'll grab no, I don't want 1,000 either. Just go 200. Also, Henrik, you'll recognize this, except it's a little easier. You see the arrows in there? You can drag and pull until you run out of blocks. And then if you don't like it, and that's just vanilla right there. But yeah, that. And you can switch them. So if you don't want to go that way, you want to go that way, turn it that way. Flat. Just super convenient. That was like I say, that's a vanilla thing. Really good way of building. I like it a lot. High appreciation on that one. But because of the block size, yes, there's more grind to it. That's why you build something like this. It's off center, it's goofy, but it works instantly. This is my original one. That's why I wanted to. It's a bit of a Frankenstein. It started off as one thing, and it's been growing and not growing very evenly. Its growth is stunted on the right-hand side in the back, but on the left-hand side for the rest of the body. We aren't going to talk about it. It's self-conscious about it, but he works really well. He tries really hard. Does a good job. But yeah, and yeah, I'm still building at the mechanic shop just because there was so much stuff to play with and learn that I don't want to put a sensor there because then, some bot will walk up and open it, or the cows. Looks like a dangerous. Well, if 2 is good, 3 is better, right? That's why that one. It was supposed to have 4, but it's already so wide with 3. I tried to put a 4th in there, and there's just not enough room, and I didn't want it any wider than it is. It's already struggling to keep it off the ground. But yeah, I mean, we can take it out. We can actually do some stuff with it. I can always use more stone. Oh, I never emptied this, did I? So this, I was just out grinding last night. And I mean, you're not going to be short on metal and concrete, or wood. You can actually, I ground a whole bunch of that before with the other one. But, and if, for those of you who don't like to move stuff around, you may notice I have the teleporter again, painted them the same, and turn it on. And now it's emptying out, so I don't have to do it. It'll all be in my storages over there. If I can find room for everything. Hopefully I don't fill everything. There. Empty. That is friggin' awesome. I need some extra gas, though. You can just leave it on, too. I could also hook it up to gas, I'm guessing. Why am I in there? I need to be in here. Wait, where's all? There we go. Gas. Need a few hundred. Thing's thirsty. I have an extra storage for the fuel, so. But yeah. Let's see. This thing does, like I said, uses gas like no other. And yeah, I could put a teleporter on this one to that one, and it'll always have gas as long as that's full, but I'm not trying to overcomplicate everything at the moment. I don't mind moving fuel around. Besides, could be watching my gas gauge on occasion, right? But yeah, I've got a lot more building I want to do on this thing. Also good for being a vacuum cleaner. Pick up the stuff like that sitting around. Help keep the world clean. I do need to put some vacuum pumps underneath, though, so I can grab everything like corn and stuff, too. Like I say, don't judge the game based on the woogity wheels I got going on. That's me overdoing things like usual. That's not a game problem. That's a me doing things that the game doesn't want to do. And even then, if I turned the power down so it wasn't quite as fast, it would be better. But yeah, let's see. What's up, Excalibur? I'll turn the suction pump on. Destroy all. Hold on, I gotta kill this guy. There we go. Yeah, it's makes it pretty easy to get rid of stuff. Or to get stuff, I mean, if you want trees and whatnot. I don't know if I have any stone within a hell of a long range from here. Whoops. The stone's kind of interesting. Do not run the super sucker at full power. That's all I can tell you. That can be dangerous. You can have a bad time. You can still have it at 50% power, I can tell you that for sure. I'm still balancing out. I think I might need to make it a little closer so it can get wrecked. Come here. Get under the tire. It doesn't like being in the tire. There. You being a pain? There we go. Oh, it's really, really being a pain in the butt. All right, good for you. It'll die anyway. It'll move closer when I move. See if I can find a stone. Might have to burrow into the trees a little bit. But anyway, yeah, consider this kind of like an overhaul mod, if because most of my folks are from Ark. It changes a little bit of everything. You're doing Linux things? Well, make sure to flip it off for me. I hate Linux. I have Linux on some stuff, but yeah, I end up fighting with that all the time. Thanks for the resub, Excalibur. Appreciate that, sir. Let me see. I don't know that I have any stone. Oop, wait. That one? Nope. But yeah, so it just adds so much more things to do. There's, I know there's, I saw, when I first saw the mod, they were using all kinds of different things. There's other commands, and I don't know them. I could look them up, and I probably will at some point, but right now, not my first priority. But you know how it's one of those things, like a lot of the games, if you're not there, it doesn't do the crafting. So if you got your oil pumps going and stuff, they won't do it while you're there, or while you're not there within a certain range. It allows you to place a player, basically, that'll just stand there next to your stuff. So the game thinks a player's there, and it'll keep crafting and doing that. That's kind of neat. I don't really feel the need for it personally at the moment. That's why I haven't really looked into it too hard. But, so this is the slow way. I prefer to do it a little slow because otherwise you could end up flipping across the map. But if I extend this out, it'll get a little quicker. Just a little bit. But it can get a little overwhelming for the vehicle too. Even one this heavy has trouble. Cut it off at the base. Oh, that's another thing I like about the Super Sucker mod. I don't think you're going to get as much garbage stuck under the map, because when you have it on and it breaks it, it just pulls it up into your jaws instead of leaving it under the map, which I think that is a really good thing, because from my understanding, that's one of the leading lag causes with the game. So I do recommend that, especially if my understanding of that's correct. That seems like it would be quite the helpful. All right, so time to show other things. Hold on, I see a way to do it right here, actually. Now this, I will give people maybe a little OP. But I like it. We'll just leave him stuck to the tree for now. So the hay fork. Now, oh, somehow I missed that. Now let me get that one done quick. So you don't really want to hit directly at it. Hit the rocks, and it'll grab it. If you hit straight on it, it'll drop it on the ground. Then you have to hit the ground, and then you'll get it. But it does make running around and just grabbing everything, like if you want to do a cotton grind, you just bam. You want to get corn for cows to get milk. So damn nice. I got so tired of picking up corn. But yeah, just super handy for that. Just a quality of life thing. Some people may, want to sit there and pick each one. I picked enough. I was good with it. It's not like it'll do the whole rock either. You got to be on the right side. You got to be able to see it, basically. So it's not like you can just run around, swing, and hit and get everything in the area. Although you can collect boxes and stuff with it too. Although, personally, I don't really collect a whole lot of boxes anymore, not on purpose. Not unless they're yellow, or the gold ones. Oh, God. It's freaking out a little bit. My poor wheels. But yeah, you can make airplanes, helicopters, hovercraft. I was kind of thinking of making a what is it? What would you call it? The drone, basically, except not a drone. You know, gyrocopter, or not gyrocopter. God, yeah. Words are eluding me, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Basically, a drone, but for people or with people. The quadcopter. That's what I was going to say. I might try to do that in the near future here, or when I decide flying is what I really need to do. All right, put all that off. And those WSAD switches, you can wire those up for damn near anything. It's really nice. Grab that, turn it on. It'll grab all that garbage that apparently I got left behind. It may have gotten left behind when I got flung all over the map. I picked up a very large rock. It broke off most of it at once, and it hit me, and I learned how to fly without wings or propulsion of any kind other than stone. And you wouldn't think stone is a propulsion, but yes, it can be. I got a good overview of the map at high altitude and speed. It was rather amusing, but you don't take fall damage when you're in the vehicle, so no harm, no foul. I just enjoyed the ride, waited to land, and then am I just pushing this poor guy? I think I am. Is he still down there? Oh no, I must have killed him. Wait, oh, there it goes. I saw his little antenna for a second. But yeah, we might work on this later. I gotta say, this is just more of a... It started off as a portable swather, like that one over there. It did not perform to expectation. It just doesn't do enough damage. I wanted to use it to kill the big farm bots. And unfortunately, yeah, it just didn't have the impact power. It killed him eventually, but, you know, it really took a while. Is he going to come over to... There's always a blue farm bot over there. That's why I usually ignore it, but it very rarely, but occasionally, comes up to the house, or comes up to the wall over there. He's usually in the rock. Okay, he's still in the rock. Okay. So I just kind of started leaving him there. Because even when he comes up to the house, he doesn't usually do a ton of damage. Usually just sits there leaning up against the wall looking silly. But all this in there, don't want that. So we got some corn. We got, actually here, let's throw that in there. I want more popcorn. Where was that? I think that's under interactive. There's so much stuff in here for me to learn yet, so. Holy crap, True Rex. Thank you, sir. I see you've still been playing some games. How are you liking Ascended? I personally won't be owning it, but I'm always curious to see what people who are playing it think about it. Are you enjoying that one? Where is my popcorn? There. Still glitchy? Man. It's like Ascend or ASE all over again, huh? Gonna take 6 years just to get the glitches out, no, and still only get about 60%. But yeah, for me, like I say, there's so much more, and I will never be able to do it justice this quick. We've literally only been playing this mod for like a week and a half, or about a week. Sorry, almost exactly a week. Holy crap! Yeah. Cow's getting kicked. Yeah, but holy shit! There's 3 of them. I recommend getting the hay fork for killing these guys because the hay fork goes through them in like 3 hits versus 5 with the. This one's just for the little tote bots, and it'll go through them in most of the time 1 hit. But on the hay bots, it'll take 5 versus the hay fork going in 3. Do you have scrap mechanic, Rex? not even seen or used more than 30% of the mod stuff. Oh no, I guarantee you I haven't. I guarantee you I haven't. Um, no, there's so much. Like I said, did you make the whole thing or did you collab with somebody for parts of it? I mean, it just seems like a lot of stuff in here for one person. That's why I ask. There's no diminishment no matter which way you did it because you still put it together at the end and unreal. Unreal. 5 years of your own work. You did it all. Holy crap, man. You're a talented man. You're a talented man. Wow. I'm just thinking of just the things that I have seen and how much work goes into that and how much it changes the game, but not like destroys the game, like completely changes it. Grind for the sake of grind. Dude, try the Fant mod. That's what I was getting to as well. That's what I was saying. This is what the game needed for me. Hitting as well. I'm not saying there's still not grind, but it takes a lot of, like the glue grind. From what my understanding is, there ain't many people that like the glue grind. Well, glue grind's fixed. Yeah. I love these teleporters. I'm still trying to get used to them. It seemed, I don't know if it was something I did or whatnot. I try to only plant one thing at a time because I thought I lost some seeds in there. I don't know if I did or not. I'm still learning, damn it. I'm still learning. Destroy the game might be worth modding. I heard Power got his mechanics to. I don't know what you're talking about. Holy crap, Lit! I haven't seen you in a minute. Yeah, I heard you guys changed the game you're building. It was supposed to be out in February. Thanks. I was looking forward to that. But, oh yeah, so I did change my mind on last one, Fant, where I said I didn't want the auto planting. Yes, I do. But, how we doing? We doing all right. Oh, let's see. My mod makes the grind not less, but different. Yes, I would say that. And more enjoyable, so it actually fun to grind. Also added every needed part that is needed to be able to automate the production of every item. I will have to take your word for that, and I don't doubt it, because there's just so much stuff that I haven't seen. Let me see. Do I even have anything set up to plant? What time is it? 21? I was actually going to do a little bit of gardening. We might do a big one at the end where it might kill my garden. Why not? It's only stuff and we can build it again. Let's see. These are all things that I need to get ahead on. Tomatoes and carrots are the... Let's just start off nice and light. We'll do some carrots. That's not a lot, but I don't know how many plots this is. I think there's like 400, 500. I don't know. I don't really plant a full one because I need to get some better defenses. Anyway, so you put them in here, and I got kind of a system. Got to check over here. There's probably a way to do this smarter, but like I say, I'm learning, and that's half the fun of it. So, you turn these on, and it connects the teleporters. And I come back over here, because this is my control center for this hub. This is already on. Turn that on, and it'll water and plant the little bit that I gave it, which is not much. It won't be a... Oh, wait. I should have waited till 2400. Oh, well. We'll end up doing 2 fights. For example, your survival base is fully automated farming, transport to packing station. Oh, that would be nice. Packing itself and the transport. Yeah, I really should have waited. It was literally just 2.5 minutes. Or a minute and a half. Transport to trader while out of farming. Farm produces ammo and batteries to supply the defense system. All in one big loop. I want to learn the turrets. I saw that when if you want to know some of what the game can do, look at the trailer for the mod. Fant mod. Trailer's on YouTube. Looks like a friggin' professionally produced trailer for something exciting. Because it is. I don't know if it's professionally produced, but it's a hell of a trailer. Whoever did that, if you did it, good job. I got done watching that, and all I was saying was, "Damn." The trailer is nice. It is really nice. It is really well done. You didn't make the trailer? Well, whoever did an amazing job showcasing your work. Absolutely, they did wonderful. Let's see, looks like we've got 20 seconds left. Oh, hell, I'll turn the blades on only because some people haven't seen what they do. But otherwise, this isn't, I could do this with the hammer. Quick Cloud did an amazing job. Oh, they did an amazing job on it. I would agree completely. We'll turn this on. This isn't, like I say, this isn't actually worth even turning this on for, but the blades don't like him very much. They'll do it, but they don't get along well. Right, this is just easier. Get some more kits. Still trying to find a better way to defend this corner, because they do love this corner. The saw blades aren't cutting it. It's not much of a deterrent. It's not so much of a problem with the little guys. They're no big issue. It's when the farm bots go after it that they wreck face over here. But yeah, I mean, I give permission to anybody to go check that trailer out. It's a couple minutes. Just come back and tell me what you think. It is quite impressive. I would have somebody post a link, but actually, Scar, you can post links in my chat, right? Are you busy? I had a Tesla coil over there, actually. You notice it's not there anymore. I didn't take it down. Matter of fact, I just removed the battery container for it yesterday. Can you look up Fant mod on Fant mod trailer and post it in here so people can see it? I won't be able to do it justice, all the stuff it can do. That trailer will show. Yeah, I had the battery thing right here. I had the Tesla coil right here. They blew it up. Yeah, they didn't care. Flamethrower? Good and easy defense for the beginning. Okay. I haven't messed with the flamethrowers yet. I'm intrigued, but speaking of, I don't need more oil, but I think I need more chemical. A spinning flamethrower. I do like my spinny things, as you can tell by the swathers. Let me see consumables. Oh wait, wrong thing. Nothing shows up on consumables, does it? Why can't I grab that? Because there's nothing there. All right. Chemical. 1200. It's not enough. Yeah, for people like Rex, though, I would like to see their thoughts on the grind for your mod, because it does change it. Like you said, it does make it more fun. You're not just sitting there swimming forever, making sure you don't drown constantly. It just takes so long to get anywhere with the glue. Scroll bar is the only fake, quote unquote, fake image. It works with a mouse wheel, but sadly not visual. Gotcha. Modding limitations. Okay, so that makes sense. Okay. I thought I tried with the mouse wheel, but there must not be anything there. Is kind of what I'm getting to here. Yeah, if I was going to say anything that I found that isn't quite correct is things on a couple of categories, like here, chemicals. I don't think chemicals are consumable, are they? But where's my gas? I'm scrolling and I'm not. There we go. Like gas, that's a consumable. Batteries a consumable. Fertilizer is consumable. Water. Those are all consumable categories. I noticed you changed your paint gun, so it doesn't consume much. But yeah, so I don't know if that's just a modding limitation again. That's literally the only problem I have found there, and it's not even so much a problem once you learn, oh, it's just not in that category. It's over here. Problem solved. Speaking of, I need this and these because I don't use those for things. I try to keep the inventory clear. Crap. Oops. I also don't want to break it down too far, so I don't just put a thing on the back either. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, that one's full. That one's full. Yeah, the paint gun doesn't seem to use paint hardly ever. The bucket does, but I did not mean to put that in there. Is that on purpose because of how much paint it gets to be when you're doing a bunch of individual pieces? Yeah, sadly, the function of Vanilla Craftbot uses a group of items is hard-coded, so you had to make your own grouped code, but sadly some items don't have information into group. Like I said, it's all right. It's a real easy thing to get to learn and work through. Certainly can't fault people for hard-coded items. We've other than devs that hard-code. But it's there's always something in a game here or there that is hard-coded, can't be changed, even if a person would like to, and it just always ends up that way. We've had it in Ark, 7 Days to Die. Hell, I think it's even in Unturned, where there's some stuff you can't mess with. But yeah, another thing that's kind of nice about this, like I say, for all my people who haven't played the game, is you get if you know, most of you played 7 Days to Die and whatnot, but you can choose the time of your hordes basically and the size of your hordes simply by how much crop you plant and when you plant. You don't have to have a fight if you don't want one. That's pretty nice. You can build up your defenses. It's not just like you use 7 Days to Die. You know, it's not just the 7th day. It's time to fight. You pick if you want to fight and how big of a fight. If you want to have a small fight, if you just want to plant some food and you're willing to take a little longer, plant like 20, 30 plants, 40 plants. You'll still get food. You'll have to plant it more often to get your food, but your fight's so minimal it wouldn't even matter. The storage manager likes to crash sometimes the game when using certain GPUs. Uh-oh, what GPU? Is it, let me guess, it's AMD. Is it an AMD deal? I think this would be a... Oh, okay. I was going to say, there's different games. Like, Ark was more friendly to NVIDIA than AMD, and 7 Days to Die was more friendly to AMD than NVIDIA. Just their architectures seem to work differently with different games. So I was wondering if that's what you were meaning. Just how it looks. Okay. Yeah, we'll sit and chill here for a minute. Have a chat. Rex, are you still there? Did anybody watch that video Scar posted the link for? I do recommend checking out that trailer. It really is awesome. You can build like Empyrean-sized ships. It's going to be harder because these blocks are tiny. I mean, literally, you could fit about, I don't know, 500, maybe 1,000 of those blocks in a one Empyrean block for their capital ships. But so it will take a while. But you could do it. I mean, they showcased one big ship on there. Now, granted, you wouldn't need the full-size block. You could have a thinner skin and actually have more interior on your ship, as opposed to those super huge blocks. The trailer was nice. You want to see the big Glowzilla after? Yeah, I saw that in the trailer, and I'm like, I have no idea what the hell that is, and I'm scared. By the way, you released yesterday a new tiny mod that adds a new type of item transport type-like thing. Squares? Are they squares? Like 3D boxes? Hollow? If so, I think I saw that mod, and I think I was looking for it because I didn't realize it was a separate mod. Yeah, where you can. Okay, yeah. You can. That's the. Oh, I didn't know that was a separate one. Okay, yeah, that's the one you can use for organizing everything. Basically, you put item filters in. So if this was a single box here, it would have a. If this was one of them, it would have just this one box. And if you wanted gas, which I think is actually what you were using, you just put a gas can in, and it'll only let gas through that way. Whereas in the current version of the game, my understanding is even item filters that are on some of the crates, it'll let them pass through. It just won't stay in that crate. So, yeah, it's a more complete and a more versatile item filter, basically. You can add that mod to your world just via the mod button? Okay. I will have to look for it. Well, I don't know. I went back and forth. I was going to make it yesterday when I saw that. Like I said, I've only seen like 4 or 5 videos. I like your commentary, by the way. I saw one without commentary. For a noob like me, I need the commentary. It gets confusing, and you do a good job when you do the commentary. So, um, I appreciate it. I'm sure some people probably are the opposite way around. They like the quiet ones because it seems like a lot of people watch quiet videos. I might be in the minority on that. But where are you from, by the way? I cannot place it. Kitten asked me, and I was like, I don't know. I'll ask if I see him again. But yeah, so it's just it's an advanced item sorter / tubes. Vanilla pipes actually don't let any item through. It's just a visual effect that I don't. Oh, okay. The item actually moves through the pipes. Gotcha. So basically, what you're saying, yeah, this is just a visual. It doesn't matter. It's literally just connecting this point without the tube to that point and telling it to send it from here to here. And this is just showing a visual representation, but means nothing. You're not. I like the commentary when I'm learning a new mod. Okay. Yeah, for me it just helps, especially when the person seems to know all about it but doesn't get so overcomplicated with their description that I can't follow. Gotcha. I know that sounds like it made no sense, but it's basically your teleport mod just with a visual. In my pipes, you can actually take the item out of the pipe. Okay. So yeah, but basically, if I was just to do it from a layman's perspective on the outside, it's a pipe system like this, but each box has a place where you can put an item filter in, and you can also change. It's got 2 different states. One where it lets it go through, and another one where at the end where you can throw them out, right? Or one where it'll hold them, and one where it'll throw them out. Am I remembering that? Include an or exclude filter. Oh, okay. You can do an exclude filter also. That actually, yeah, that would actually be very handy. I'm good to know because exclude filters can sometimes be way more useful than an include. But that way you can throw them out on the ground and have it picked up by something else if you're trying to do something there. Yeah. No, that was really well done. I liked it. Sorry, I don't mean to sound like I'm kissing your ass so much. It's not on purpose. I just really enjoyed the mod. It's really improved the game to me. So it's not like I'm just doing this to be nice. I appreciate the work you put in because it's made the game more interesting for Kitten and I both. And I look forward to learning a lot more about it. It's nice to have a new game that I'm addicted to. He's nasty to you? That's because you don't finish your damn game, jerk. I wanted to play that game. Then you changed the game. You and Lit. I don't like either one of you anymore. Okay, that's not true. I like both of you. Lit's nicer than you, though. So, yeah. But yeah, we're just gonna. It's gonna be a kind of a chill bit here. I need to stop and change some things around in the house. It's getting to be summertime in Arizona. It's hitting. So I gotta do some things to cool the place down so we don't overheat the computer at the same time. But yeah. Besides, you break everything, Excalibur. Gosh. It's the Aussie in you, I swear. You just can't help but break stuff. The Australians, you're just hard on things. You need to known for something. Oh, you need to be known for something. Well, you're known for breaking stuff. You do it on purpose sometimes, and you can't say you don't, because I know you do. You did it to people on your mods on purpose on Ark when they would piss you off. So you get no sympathy from me. Wait, I thought the crop value went up on day 2. Maybe it doesn't count if it's that close to daylight changeover. Oh, so then yeah, the second phase of this. I don't know if there's a way to automatically change these, but I haven't seen anything that automatically changes their state. So after you plant, you need to change these over to suck instead of blow. The jokes just write themselves with that. I can't even be bothered. All right, let's see. Everything's good. And then you come over here and you turn on the retrieval. So that when these are ready, and here, we're actually going to run it just to re-water the crops, help them harvest a little quicker. Then just sit and let her do her thing. But yeah, there's so many things on here. Cannot wait to learn more about them. I think we're going to go do a farmer search after this crop harvest. I've got one farmer marked off because that one's the only one that I have that I found so far that spawns 3 farmers in one spot. I will apologize to your ears for what is about to happen at that point. Oddly enough, so Kitten and I drove all over this map trying to find a farmer. And yeah, let me see, I got 7 minutes left. Let me see if I can show you. We found some, and they're way away, hard to find, hard to relocate. I did not have beacons at the time. But after we found all the ones, let me see, T-Rex. Looks like there's a lot more in Scrap Mechanic than last time you played. Well, like I say, this is the mod from Fant. If you were in here, scroll up and look at the trailer that Scar posted just a couple minutes ago. There is so much more in here. But yeah, there are literally 2 farmers, or 2 farmer spawn places right behind the house. I went the wrong way. But yeah, one's right back in there. I gotta look for where I carved a hole through all the trees from this side. I actually went all the way down to the house. I don't know why I went the wrong way. You can pin your farm to... Yeah, see? There's one right here. Farmer spawn. I carved all this out yesterday. Oh, and there is a farmer in there. Hold on. Got him. One sec. Let me turn on the suction device. Wait, where'd he go? Where I saw a farmer. Did I not see a farmer? Am I losing my mind? I mean, I didn't have far to go before losing it. Roll down the hill, maybe? I must... Oh, appreciate that, Scar. Yeah, I don't... If he did roll down the hill, he didn't roll down here. I need out of here. This is not a fighting vehicle. This is just a scout. I'll let it pick this stuff up. Come on, get that one. Garbage. There we go. I need out of here. I don't want to fight. I'm pacifist. Just for a minute. All right, let me see. Oh, by the way, you can spin your farm different. Use a 3x3 gyro to spin it. Oops. Drop those off. I guess there wasn't a farmer. I swear there was a farmer there, though. Was I the only one who saw a farmer in the ball? Will it spin as fast? I left its parts up at the top. What parts? Oh, you mean some of the legs up there? That's fine. I've got plenty of them. But yeah, for those who didn't catch it the first time, Scar posted that Fant mod official trailer up there, and it's like I said, for those who feel like the game needed more and progression and more enemies and whatnot. I agree with you, and this mod fixes some of that. Especially if you're doing the building stuff. And there, everything's farmed up. So then you come over here, and there's all your stuff. Collects it all nice. Now, granted, I'm not getting my farming bonuses and stuff like that. But I don't care. So now these go back on, and then you change these over. Like I say, I don't know if there's a way to do that automatically, but even if there isn't, this isn't that big of an inconvenience. The worst part of it is missing one. There's 30 of them. So eyes get a little wonky after a bit. There we go. So those are all done, and now it's ready to plant again. That's all you got to do. Easy peasy. Oh, I love these big storage containers too. When you're a hoarder, storage is so nice. Yeah, so a 3x3. I'm actually having problems with the swather, actually, the blades. So I don't know, unless it's got just as much or more power than the original. I don't know if it was going to work, because that thing barely manages to survive as it is. A few hay bots can actually stop it. Even at full power, full upgrade. Power's a loot goblin. Yep. Yes, I am, Scar. Yes, I am. Gotta be true to yourself. All right. Carrots away. Carrots go over here. And yeah, we've got to come up with a better seed solution. This isn't it. It wasn't intended to be permanent, but doesn't change it from becoming permanent. The biggest problem is running out of room. Not that I need more seeds. I've been converting them into fertilizer when I get too many, just to get rid of them. And then if I just want a quick run of like broccoli or pineapple or something, or eggplant or whatever, just run through the fertilizer quick. Okay, so next would be tomatoes. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. 20, 40, 60, 100. That's right, we lost a bunch of tomato seeds. I'm not using them all. Some of them went bye-bye. That's where I must not have had something turned over correctly or whatnot, and I think I had both of them on, the intake and out, put on at the same time, and I think it was filtering through, and I think something happened and a bunch of them got lost. So make sure you turn things on and off correctly. It's important. But yeah, we're, speaking of, let me shut those off. I'm actually going to shut these off because we're not going to plant the tomatoes just yet. But yeah, I'll have to look into the gyroscope thing. Because right now this, it's a delay tactic and it can kill, but it doesn't kill as fast or as well as you'd like it to or hope it did. Oh, hey. I like the baler. as one of the new creatures. Oh, I didn't even show that to anybody yet. My bad. I will show that soon. There's lots of them around. It's not like they're hard to find. Oh, and just because my people are mean, you know, you want to see it. It'll chuck you. You have to work for it a little bit, but here. Whee! I got some distance on that one. I gotta wake up again. It knocked me out. Oh, shit. I've never had to do that before. I got a double toss. Alright. Another bot over there. You know you wanted to see it. I couldn't let you down. Couldn't let you down. And again, just, it's not so bad right now when you only have a few, but this makes cleanup after Horde so easy. It'll get all of those. And I keep calling it Horde, but I mean, kind of is. And then those, wow, it threw that one all the way over here. I noticed on this one, oh wait, no, those are the ones I just set there. On this one, on the other one, on vanilla, it was throwing these things like a long distance. On this one, I don't even think we've had any land on the road back here. Whereas on the other one, from the blades, it would have landed on top or behind the building. Yeah, I'm lazy. I just bring this over and have it suck up all these. Some weird tires. They're floaties. Now this vehicle's a little bit too heavy to float. She's too chunky. Oh, it's worse now. I forgot I put an extra grinder on it. It used to at least try. Now the only thing that floats is its booty. Don't get me wrong, I could still get across the water if I really needed to. Whereas the other big one over there, that one can't. I don't know how many I would need to put on there for that one to float, but let me get this put away. That's just, I pretty much just call this one the vacuum now. But yeah, here, I'll show you with this one, because this one still works. That's why I haven't added anything else to this. This is literally just a run around, go looting, do whatever I want. Yeah, this is my boat. Not very stable. I tried putting the gyro on. It did help a bit. I think I need one for left to right, though. This one just turns on a flat, so it helps me to actually turn the vehicle. But I think I need one for roll. You make the floaty car heavy and the heavy vehicle light. Maybe. But this one, I made this one too. Oh, there's one of them. That's the guy. So this is the baler bot. I think it's called Straw Dog. Looks like a baler to me. Which, yeah, the baler would bale straw. But yeah, these wheels are really neat. They act as paddles and everything. You can make boats and stuff in here. They do have ballast tanks, which I could put on there on the big boy to make it float. I could probably do that, but for one, I have... Oh, shit. I could not do that with this vehicle before the before the gyros. It just would not straighten out no matter how quick I got onto the keys. It just couldn't do it. It needs that extra pull. Come here. Why can't I kill him? Usually if I can turn at the right time, it'll do it. But pinches him on the axle, I think. Like that. There. Or it just might have hit him enough times where it finally gave up. Alright. Anyhow. I'm Thursday. I hate when I'm Thursday. Alright. Drink. Oh, no, I want to eat the rest. Back in 10 minutes, taking the pup outside. Yes, sir. Okay. But yeah, oh, these are new too. I've actually gotten jet engines from these, tier 3, which is kind of cool. But it's also really good in the early game. You get beeswax, you can get a jet engine. Not that necessarily early game needs to be a thing, but you could put that through the recycler and get a bunch of parts. But you get a bunch of scrap. You get 4 legs worth of scrap, which early game, that's really nice. But yeah, I don't know if you guys want one or not, but if you want, I can start a new game and do a series on this from scratch. I'm up for that. If you guys want to see Scrap Mechanic modded, I am up for giving that a run. That's the big thing. I mean, I'm going to be playing it anyway because, like I say, Kitten and I got addicted to it, especially once we switched this. But I wish they had servers, although oh, there's another one. Now, these are a little, these are interesting. They're very excitable. They're kind of floppy and depressed, and then they get excitable when they see you and get stiff like that. See if you can go where I'm going. And then they come after you, and when they're all wore out, they blow off some steam and pop. Just saying. Little phallic. I find it funny. I'm happy with it. Your boyfriend got you watching Scrap Mechanic hide and seek games? Oh, like challenges and stuff? Or is there something else? Who designed them? I think that'd be Fant. I don't think that's in the vanilla game. I didn't see him in the little bit of that I had done, so I could be incorrect. Let's see. Oh, you did make them. Yeah, like I say, I encourage any extra enemies. I'm happy to see any of that. All right, let's go. That's right. I was going to go get farmers. I'm going the wrong way for that. We need lots and lots of farmers, so I'm hoping those 3 are still there or are back. I don't know if it's been 30 in-game days or not. Oh, I'm sliding. It works better at speed. Works better after I'm fully awake, too. Morning streaming is not my first choice. Whee! But then again, it's better than trying to stream when it's 110 degrees or more inside the rig. Computer don't like that so much. Let's see. A group of friends play hide and seek on YouTube and post videos. Not sure if it's a real challenge. Oh, okay. I mean, any change to vanilla-like enemies I made. Also, the totally new enemies you make completely yourself. Model, animation, texture, rig, code. It's nice. Actually, I just made 99% of them. I'm not complaining. Hey, you can add 40 more enemies in there if you want. That's what you, if you really want something to do, which it looks like you've got plenty of things on your plate, so if you really want something to do, make an enemies pack. I would totally download an enemies pack. I like to have different things to fight and do stuff, and I don't even care how much stuff they give me. I just want to have different stuff to do. I enjoy having stuff to do besides building. I like building, and I like making stuff, and all the machine stuff is awesome, and I like to automate and all this other, but I also like to actually have something to fight. Got to work against something in order to feel like you've accomplished something for me, you know? And again, not saying to do this. I'm saying if you needed an idea for something to do, there you go. It doesn't look like you're short on ideas, though. You have made more stuff in here than I would have thought of. The goal would be to kill power. Yeah, everybody loves to kill me. It's fine. Enemy mods are only as file mods possible. Currently, the game doesn't support user-friendly custom enemies or animals as new mods. That reminds me of PixArk. They put out a dev kit for it and stuff like that, and then wouldn't let 90% of the stuff be modded, especially the creatures. I remember watching a well-known modder from Ark go over to PixArk because it's a very similar dev kit. He was going to whip out a full mod for it on stream and finished all the work like he would have done on Ark. Went to load it up, nothing works. Did all of his little tips and tricks, nothing would make it work. Found out it was all locked code. Kind of sad. Wasn't supposed to be, but it was. Oh, I just friggin' spin kicked his ass. I'm a ninja. The car is now the ninja. It's Chuck Norris. Nah, it's not strong enough for that. So only in a custom game is it doable? Oh, okay. Well, that's what I'm using on this, so. I am using your custom game version. Gimme. All right. Like I said, I apologize now. There's going to be a racket. But before I make a racket, I want to tell you why I'm using the Super Sucker instead of building a thing. I did go out of my way to build a really nice pickup mechanism for these things. And it was great. Kitten and I, she went out for a cigarette, came back in, and my car sucks. And anyway, she came back in, and I had this thing designed, a bunch of bearings and all this other crap. It was tilting and controllers. It was really decent. It was one of the first things I made like that was semi-complicated, and it picked them up just perfect. And I just had one, and the damn thing, it phased through the blocks. And I tried picking it up again, and it phased through the blocks again on the trip and stuff like that. And I decided, screw this, I'm getting a Super Sucker and see what happens. And then I found that if I point it straight up and down, it doesn't bump into stuff. I just have to watch my speed a bit. And I can get them there, because the farmers, I'm not going to fight with them over and over again. So, I deal with the noise. Hold on. Let me drop those. You can suck them into your container with a pink painted vacuum pump. So they become like an inventory item at that point? I might do that. I don't have a vacuum pump on here, do I? Anywhere. I don't think I have one sitting in here. All right. Just name the car Divide by Zero. Hold on. I'm going to go, and instead of doing it like this, I'm going to go, because it's really noisy. We're going to drive home. I know we just got here. Let me set this so I remember where home is. Even inside warehouses? With any part, even warehouse parts. Oh! Yeah, I don't want to dig on anybody because, I know they worked hard on it and whatnot. But I was reading question answers and upcoming things from 2021 from the devs. And I haven't seen any of the stuff. And that's been 4 years. Like almost any of it. The only thing I've seen, they put out the Wedges update in December. But I don't know what's going on. Literally, people have made entire games in this amount of time, and they haven't done the next chapter that they promised years ago. I'm not sure if they just lost interest or whatnot, but money makes people interested, and putting out that chapter is what's going to keep people coming back for buying the game and doing new stuff with it and creating more interest and draw. So if it's a money thing, well, then you got to do the work to get the money. It's part of the problem that I love early access and hate early access at the same time, because you get these really ambitious people building a great start of a game. And then they put it up on early access because they need money, and I totally understand that. Can't fault anybody for, especially small team or single developer. I understand. These things aren't free to do. A lot of work. And it takes a lot of time. But the problem I keep finding over and over again, not always, I hang myself out there time and time again to try to support these people and buy them when I can, these in development games, alpha, beta, whatever. But so many of them, once they get that first taste of money, and then it slows down and they don't get any, they stop. And they just abandon it because now they've lost the motivation because they don't think they're going to get any more money or whatnot, or it just sucks the hope and dream out of them at that point because they already got some money. And it's sad because if they finish the game, I mean, shit, Ark still makes money. People still buy 10 plus years later, 7 Days to Die. And they bought it for more than I would have bought 6 copies for when I bought mine. So there is reason to finish a game. But it just seems like, maybe that's just my opinion. Maybe there's something else. There's probably something else going on that I'm unaware of. Why am I doing that? But it's just how it seems to me that's missing. All right, so here's a vacuum pump. Does it matter which vacuum pump? Actually, how am I going to connect that? I have to build a teleporter too then. Let's build 3. You said no. I said a lot of things. I have no idea what part the no pertains to. I'm sorry. I need one of those. Both the pumps. Oh. Run the same modded code. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Keep looking in there because that used to be my withdraw chest, and now it's not. Alrighty. Yeah, I don't know what I would do without this manager, though. It's so nice. So let me get... I only have 1, so I'll just leave that at 100. And then there's my pump. Oh, and I might need a switch, and that I do only want. I take it back. Let's have 5, because I always end up needing more than I have. We'll take 5. Alright. Oops, I forgot to put the scrap in there. That's fine. Let's break these down quick. Now the scrap's in there anyway. Good. Okay, so. Actually, if I did it up front, I could just put it into that chest or something. 2 tubes, and I could just run it into there maybe. Just to give you a little view, the vanilla V-Pump code has 160 lines of code, or 860 lines of code. Your modded has 2,270 lines. Oh my god. I use VS Code. It's already too much for me. Am I being nice to your base? Yes, I'm being nice to the place I let you sleep. I kidding. Yeah, we'll put that there. I think we're just going to elbow that into there, come to think of it. That looks like it would make way more sense. Now I've got an extra teleporter. I'll just put that up there for... Well, let's make sure we have what I think I have before doing it. There we go. Sometimes I can do the scroll wheel, sometimes I can't. Oh, it's just if I'm in the right spot there. I don't have any vacuum? Yeah, I do. You grab both of those. Do I have any straight ones? Don't see any. I must have used them all. Hopefully, I might just need 2 elbows, so we'll see. Do it in 90s. Oh, no, I definitely... Uh-oh. Oh, no! My stuff's in the way! That sucks. Which means there's going to be stuff in the way over here, too, but not for that direction, but the tire will be in the way for the pump, right? Yeah, I'd give it. All right. Well, next thing to do is, that's the easiest thing to move. Slide you over. Actually, go over there for a minute. Okay, there. Now I don't need any of it. Just need to be careful with a pink vacuum pump because, like I already said, it will collect every block and part that comes in front of it. Glad you reminded me of the pink part, because did I have the pink gun? I do. All right. Is this one the pink? That looks like purple. Well, it's pinkish. Is that the right pink? My color might be screwy on my monitor, too. Second row? Okay. See, for me, that's more on the purple side. But there again, my monitor, this monitor, I've had trouble with color correction, so yeah. It's probably my monitor more than anything. Really want to put that there, but you know what? Screw it. If it fits there, it sits. I just have to remember to reattach. Yeah. And I have an extra switch. That's right. There's one. Where's number 2? Where's number 2 switch? There. I don't remember why that. Oh, it's for that. Okay. I just knew I had a second switch that wasn't being used. That's right. Okay, so now we can... Yeah, I think we can put all that away. I don't need any of that. All right. Looks like magenta. Could be. Holy crap, Jazz woke up in time today. It's a miracle. All right, so I have to be careful because I don't want to accidentally... You know, I'm going to unpaint that, I think, after I'm done picking these up. But we'll do a bit of a drive around then. We'll pick up a couple of farmers. Oh, I did notice your straw dogs, they do commit suicide in the water. I don't know, what is there a reason they blow up the second they hit water? Doing good. Just been working and playing a little Minecraft modded. Not that it'll suck up the gas. Oh yeah, that's not going to be... Oh shoot, I might have to take out a couple of blocks. We'll find out on the blocks. But yeah, I'll move the gas tank to the back. It's no big deal. Oh, it's on purpose. Okay. I wasn't sure. I kind of wondered if that wasn't intentional. I like that I see a shadow on the ground, I look up and I see them flying into their new position every once in a while. Kind of neat. What the hell? I heard something grumpy underwater. Must be a bunch of those blue guys. The shocking bots. Shockbot. Yeah, I will be building a new farm at some point that's not on a peninsula. That'll probably have at least a 4-side, or I mean, not at least, a 4-sided attack radius. But I do have to learn better defenses yet. So that is not a thing just yet, because I'm still having struggles with 1.5 sides on the big fight. Oh, that's right. I was like, wait a minute. I thought I planted, but I forgot. No, I just put the seeds in. I haven't planted it yet. So fences don't work? I think Tier 3 would work for a while, but the farm bots are gonna try and blow things up. Buckets do work? Indestructible? Yeah, well, and so do the keys, and I get lots of keys. But I'm not trying to go quite that far. Like I was saying, I think it was before you were here. You know, for people, some people are going to say, you know, some of this stuff's overpowered and all this stuff, super OP. Take the fun out of the game. Okay, that's fine. I play a lot of mods and a lot of different games, and I want certain things from those games. And sometimes a mod pack that I have has a few things that I think are OP, and I just don't use them. It's not going to throw out the whole mod because I think one or two things are OP. That seems silly. That's vanilla? That the buckets are indestructible? Oh, really? I know the death bags are too. All the power is needed. Okay, so I'm curious. This block row going to get hit? Is my super sucker going to get hit? I don't know. But I'm willing to sacrifice him to find out. All right, so it should be button 2. Oh, wait, do I have it set for the right direction? I can't. Nope. There we go. Picked it up. Didn't take any of my blocks. All right, so we got a little bit of... All right, now turn it off. Be very careful. I just want the farmer. Just hand over the farmer. Come on. Careful. Careful. Turn it off. All right, cool. Did I get all 3? No, there's the other one. All right. Let's see. It is, but I never really learned basic Minecraft, so it's actually a little challenging, but I like it. Yeah, I actually, when it comes to Minecraft, that's one of the few games I've actually enjoyed more vanilla than I have modded. I just needed a little break because the problem was, so when I started that stream, oh yeah, there's my beacon. I was like, what the hell is going on over here? When I started streaming that modded Minecraft, or that vanilla Minecraft series, Kitten had gotten me going on it again, and I was building complicated, stupid things, following tutorials, because I'm never going to build one of those from scratch. I'm going to need a tutorial on, like, the tree farms and whatnot, or the more complicated farms, because I'm just not trying to become a Minecraft engineer on that one. It's not real engineering. I mean, it is, but it's not using real engineering physics and stuff like that. If I'm going to learn a skill, I need it to be applicable in the real world. So, like the and, NAND, and OR switches, I probably need to learn those because that is an actual logic system in real world. Wait. It's not really a block, but I have to try. Here, cow. 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 Oh! I ain't getting any meat. There's the meat. Wait. Hey, hold on. I know that shouldn't matter because it probably won't pick that up because there's a vacuum for that already, but all right. Had to. My vacuum sucked the cow to death. Lucky cow? I don't know. Walk crime. Did I kill? I might have killed the cow. I like how they named it a walk. It's just cow backwards. He's mean to the cows in this game. I tried to save them all, and they left the farm. It is not my fault. I had them all locked in the garage, and they refused to stay put. So, you know what? Screw them. They're on their own. Oh, by the way, for people who think this looks wrong, I've got the vegetation turned down, because I really hate the vegetation in games in general. I mean, I like it. It's pretty. But when I'm trying to find stuff on the ground and shit like that, I really don't. It's just too much. You can't see half the crap, and driving, yeah, no. I like it better like this. So I've got it turned down. That's why it may not look as pretty to me or on mine as you've seen. It's just my preference for what it looks like. So, yeah, I mean, oh, free jet engine potential. We definitely take this. Save the walk. No. No save the walks. All walk must die. Trap him in the base, runs over him. What? I didn't run over him in the base. You play like that too? Also, it's better for streaming? Is it? Okay. I just like it because you can see stuff other than grass. Let's see here. That's one thing I wish you could do in Minecraft. The grass, high sometimes. Well, you can turn it down, but I don't know. You turn it off in Minecraft? I don't actually remember. But here. Like here, I think you can only do this in custom game mode and creative mode, though, right? Turn it off. I think in regular game mode, you can only go to low. So even at low, it's better, but there's spots where, I mean, if you're building, these flowers will come through your ground. I know Anric and I used to fight with that on Ark and stuff like that. You just, there's certain, and yes, even low looks considerably better. But, here, let's go up to high just before, or very high. And yes, again, this looks way better. But, and actually, believe it or not, my FPS went up by 20 points. That's unexpected. But anyway, it just with building and stuff like that, when I do get to that, not having too many flowers and stuff trying to come through the house, and that'll be much nicer. At least use a flamethrower to kill them so you get directly roasted. Walk. Ah. I don't even have a flamethrower yet. I gotta get more farmers. See, that's why we're going on a farmer hunt. I gotta remember where those other ones were. Or at least roughly where those other ones were. Hold on, I got an itch. Itch behind the cup. Headphones. That's sometimes. Oh, hold your horses. I'm busy. Had to take care of an issue. Craft a mountable flamethrower. I saw there was flamethrower, double barrel shotgun. You added a bunch of weapons too, yeah. Yep. Okay. So I think just the right trader. Yeah, there's handheld and the mountables for a bunch. I saw there was craftable ones in the bench, and some for, like you say, at the trader. There's the scrap gun too. I did buy the bazooka. That I almost killed Kitten with it. I didn't realize it worked as PvP, and I took over 40 points off her health with the large container. Oops. So I ended up finding deserts that had a lot of oil after searching all over the place with deserts that had no oil, and now I can't get away from deserts that are just loaded with oil. So go figure that one. Oh, and there's a floating island. I will have to make a flying machine at some point. I don't think this is the right one. That is another oil one. No, this is the big desert that had like 3 or 4 oil. That might be that land bridge looks correct though. Well, let's jump across. Are there loot boxes in this game? Yes. It's just at this stage of the game, I don't really need them. I go after the gold ones because they contain items. But yeah, you'll see glowing stuff sitting around. And I'll show you. Next time I see one, I will show you. There's a random bucket. But yeah, for me, whether it's vanilla or not, that's the bucket thing being indestructible is OP. Okay, that's definitely not it because it didn't have a road on the one I was thinking of. All right. Oh. And I'm home. Yeah, I'm definitely in the wrong spot. I need to go the other way. All right, but I will find you one because there's always one. Over here. There's a couple of parts I got to pick up here and there too. You come up here, whack it with a hammer, and it'll give you... Oh, wow, that's actually a really good one because my looting stuff is up high, so... Is there a max level to the skill tree, by the way? I've been wondering that. But yeah, and like I say, if you have the hay fork with the mod, you can it'll pick that up. It'll break it and pick it up for you and just put it right in your inventory too. All right, so now we got to go find more farmers. Each skill cap's 100. Oh, okay, cool. That was kind of what I was thinking, but you know, you never know. Some people have infinite skill cap kind of thing, where it just keeps climbing forever and ever. And wasn't sure which. So I just realized, hold on, we got to go test something because I don't know how that works. I don't want to shoot the farmer out, although that might work, but I don't know if that'll place him or if I've got to. I probably got to force place him. Would be my guess. Could be wrong. Oh wait, I can take this guy apart too. I want his house. I want to take that apart. Only if I can find a second trader. Yeah, I'm gonna have to be really careful with that because yeah. Okay, so we'll take that, put it in the inventory. You can take them out in your hand and place them. Yeah, that's what I was. That's what I was gonna do. I didn't throw my meat in the box. Dun-dun-dun. Oh, just place. Don't even have to force place. Okay. Here you go. And you just suck up your farmers. You also use this to suck up your crops after you make them into containers. Now, let's see where we're at. We have, oh, I guess you can see it up there. We got 5 farmers. But where was something I was going to buy? I thought about buying this. I still have to, I've got to get my stocks up in here. That's what I was saying. We needed carrots. Well, I got carrots. Next, we're doing tomatoes. And then we got beets. Then we're going to work on pineapple and broccoli. We've got plenty of blueberries. I just need to package them. But yeah, again, for people who are used to the vanilla version stops right here. All the stuff below it, all mod. Again, there's just more stuff here than the vanilla version even considered. I didn't know these were craftable until I got in here. I always thought you only could find them. Didn't know you could grind them. Or grind them with plants and farmers. But I gotta say, for me, I've made one. I'm okay with them. They're definitely not OP, and I like that. But I prefer to go grind my rocks. I think in long term, it's probably going to be a better idea to have some of the auto miners and go grind stuff because there is a finite amount of rocks on the game. So when you run out, you run out. That'll be a way to stop that. You can still get metal and rocks from that stone. So that's good. I should just buy some of these for kitten. Oh no, not for 10 broccoli. Ew. I forgot. For 1 broccoli, I was on board. For 10, I'm not doing that. No, I probably will at some point. You can take the item in your hand and place. Oh wait, I already read that one. So there's the mountable glow gun, and I do like this. Mandelman Han. Blah, blah, blah. Mandelman and Ham. That's so hard to say. Mendelman and Ham. There we go. Oy, that's brutal. Guitar that makes sounds when you hit something. So you need one of. I don't know. Need that for like Horde Night when they're all coming after you and all the bots are coming in, so you can just hit them one right after the other, and it just plays a whole guitar solo. That'd be awesome. Grappling hook. I haven't messed with that yet. Then there's glow stick bucks. There's a banana gun in there. Well, there's a banana hammer. There is a mountable shotgun. Bananator. Bananator is a Gatling gun that shoots bananas. Needs Bananator ammo box connected to trigger to work. But is that the homing? I think that's what needs the homing bananas. The homing. Oh, that's right. It's a homing carrot launcher. Got a homing carrot launcher too. Glow gun. There's. Is this the mod one only or the creative one? Yeah, this is more for creative. And I think, no, that one's not. There's the scrap gun. We'll try all these things eventually, but yeah, this is the hammer you'd want. You want to get those construction kits going, component kits going right away. So I would recommend getting this mace as your first weapon. Get your first farmer. Buy some seeds. Get your oranges and blueberries and bananas up. You don't even have to take that many, but this will help you get your component kits going really quick. I mean, you're not going to have broccoli until you do your first warehouse all the way through, and bananas and whatnot. I mean, that's literally 1 carrot, 3 tomatoes for the oranges, and then 3 beets for the blueberries. You're set to go. No problem. I was going to look at this. What's the soil bag cost? 1 carrot, one carrot bundle, and you get 5 soil. That's pretty cheap. That's pretty reasonable. What is this? Rockery. I also love these universal large grinders. That way you don't need the saw blades and the rock blades, the drills. Pretty handy. This is a pretty late game recipe. I think I would just crafting them, at least in the beginning. A little easier to take care of. All right, let's go see if we can spot some more farmers without hopefully dismantling things I don't want to dismantle. That's neat. I didn't know that. So, and oh, I was gonna try something. It tells you you shouldn't do it, but it didn't necessarily say you can't do it. Like in Empyrean Galactic Survival, you could make a small enough ship to where you can go through the POIs with the ship. Now, I don't really do that, but you just gave me a reason to want to try to do that in one of the warehouses. Because if I can get a ship with a little vacuum, or not a ship, but a car with a little vacuum into that elevator, will it go or will it just poof out of existence? I might have to try that. Because then, yeah, we could dismantle some of those warehouses. I think we've already gone through and gotten all the dirt out of them anyway, so. Right one? I don't. Buzz. Damn it. No, I got way too many trees here. It must be further up. We'll get there. Ah, it was this corner. I haven't been up here in a minute. We were deforesting the whole thing. Because this is our red bot grinder. Oh, I just realized I don't know how much ammo I've got. And this is the farm bot area. This is where I grind my farm bots because I've got like 5 spawns in here. Let's see. 70 rounds. But I plan a little bit ahead at least. All right. Get fed up and drink up. Off the hot bar. All right. Where are we at? 270 rounds. Much better. Okay, we got 1 up there. Snipe this guy. Where's the... Okay. Wait, I have real life automation. You taught my pup to pick up and carry his own food dish to the kitchen. Nice. I can't wait to have a dog again. I know Kitten's the same way. She would love to have one. It wouldn't be fair to the animal here. 1 key? What? 1 key? Yeah, that doesn't happen very often. Hold on. It's drink time. You guys know the drill. Happened last time, too. Hey, wait. Now, I might get things destroyed at this point, but hold on. I got to see if I've got a cough drop over here. Yep, there. Just in case. I might get wrecked. But I don't want to see it. Killed the cow. Will it kill the big red dude? Let's find out. Only for science purposes, of course. that would be OP. But they're not that hard to take out once you get a shotgun and stuff. And my damage probably is contributing a little bit. I gotta be careful. I don't want to hit a rock or something and fuck that up. So let's see here. Number 2. What happens? Nothing. Nothing happens. Turn it off. Run. Run. Alright. But yeah, we've been just deforesting this whole area. I've actually got a separate little grind area over there. Alrighty. 2 warehouse keys. See, that's way better. Yeah, I think my damage is definitely contributing there because I don't think I've ever killed them that fast. But yeah, this is just a separate little grinder station I had for dropping more stuff off than we could do with that first little machine. Alright, so I got some. Get another one in there, but anyway, I'm not here for them. Well, actually, I am. What am I thinking? Hold on, there's a farmer in there. There's actually more than one. Don't remember where they are. And unfortunately, you can't get rid of these trees. So it still becomes rather difficult. This one does not see through the trees well as the bigger machine. It's over there. If so, I really got to come back and clean up these trees. I didn't think I left any of this behind. Yeah, I got to go bring back here and clean that up. That's bad. All right. Oh, sit still. Bushes. You can remove those fake trees and bushes? You can? How? Is there a mod for that, I take it? Oh, wait. With the vacuum pump thing? My Discord has a little file change mod that removes them. You're a bad guy. Attacking my car. Oh, he must just be somewhere else. Okay. No, the thing is, I wish I could move them manually. You know what I mean? Because there's some I want. I don't want to completely barren the whole world. But, like in this pathway here, it's so dense that it makes it not great. And I don't care if it's ugly over here, because over here is just, you know, a resource collect, basically. But like right next to the house, I kind of want to keep my little bushes. I didn't even mean to cut down all my trees. I just kind of got carried away with them one day. Basically, that file mod changes the textures of fake trees with invisible textures. Makes sense. That's smart. That is really smart, actually. Bam, all of them are gone. Nice. All right, so now we got one of those. Now I gotta go see if we can find our second farmer. Over here. I don't really want to kill him right now. I mean, oops. Wait, what am I doing? Get in the water. No point in messing with him. I'm not here for him. Kind of got carried away. You're a madman. What are you talking about? Carried away? You mean like where we decimated the whole entire Ember Forest? In a couple of hours? Just went through the whole damn thing, you and I? Not a single tree left that gives Ember? Like I said, I'm sure many people have done it, but yeah, started a thing and just went straight through and finished the whole thing. And that's not that big one though. But where? Okay, I'm determined to find this. Oh wait, that's right. It's by the oil field. Well, kind of, because that's how I found it. I was coming back from oil and chemical. Oh, do I have any storage tanks on me? I could fill up some chemical while I was there. That'd be nice. No, that's a really smart solution though to make those invisible. I mean, you can't run into them anyway. Well, you're just lucky that it's got a chemical for ember, so I don't have to do that again. Or else we'd be decimating multiple ember forests. Then I just collect a lot of chemical. And a lot of trees. Derp! Welcome back. Thank you for the resub, Derp. What's up, my dude? Oh, I went and checked out Power Commander's car last time. It took me a couple hours, but I got to flip through his stream. That was a pretty cool little car. And from what I could see in his comments, people were saying, that's not his best work. Well, that's something. If that's not his best work, interested to see what his best ones look like. That was pretty neat. Looks like he's really good at building vehicles. At first, I was looking at it, I'm like, well, what the hell is that supposed to be? That doesn't look like anything, too special. And then I realized that it's just a different way they're building them. They build them with a tube frame and stuff like that, and skin a mattress. It's a smart way to go. I never even really considered it. I was just using the blocks. Like I say, when I first start on a game, I'm very utilitarian. It's not until I get comfortable with more of the functions that I start looking at to more decorative stuffs. And some games I still don't care. See, now here's a better case, and they come with things like that's a speed module, and then there's glass bricks. Oh, and I like the armored guys here. Kitten and I both agreed this was a nice upgrade to have the armored hay bots. Because, yeah, the other ones, we just didn't feel like we had any threat before. And at least in this one, an early game, we definitely felt like we had some threat, which is awesome. We like to be threatened in games. Not in real life. I'll kick your ass. Yeah, in games, definitely like to have a little bit of a threat. Don't like to be able to just walk through. Like, there was this game, Solar Punk, that's coming out. It looks good. We played the free demo, and you can play a little bit. I don't have any storage on there. Play the free demo, which lets you do just a little bit of stuff. And your only enemy... Yeah, I've got no storage, huh? Damn. All right. Oh. But I was thinking of this, because I didn't want to babysit the drills if I had the drill running. I figured, well, they probably can't break through their own stuff, so I put the drill in here. I've already emptied it out, but yeah. I haven't started it up again since. I've just been out grinding my own stuff. But I thought this was a nice way to go. I suppose you could do a garden here. It'd be a little small. But if you really, really didn't want to fight, if you're a little different. I still haven't used this either, the blueprint thing. I keep forgetting that it's there. But if you really didn't want to fight for garden stuff, you could just put them here, and I think they would just run away when the day comes. I think... I don't think they stick around afterwards. I want to say one of them was stuck somewhere and he just appeared the next... or ran off. I don't remember which. Only happened once, so... But yeah, so that's... I'll probably put miners in there if I keep going with them. Now... Gotta remember... Oh, I was up by the gas. That's right. Up by the gas. I will backtrack. I will find... So yeah, this was the first oil I found. Oh, that's the only chem station I found, by the way, or chemical plant. Found the chemical plant and the oil plant, or the oil pond at the same time, which is funny because I was literally, that was the only two things I was looking for that day other than farmers. And yeah, found them both right next to each other, which is super convenient. Except that now I found an oil puddle just around the corner from my house. But then on the way home, not only did I find oil and chem, I went over here. I believe it was. I think it's, yeah, it's right over there. Well, I don't have to that way. We have a floaty car. We can floaty. Go over here. I think. There's another small desert. I found it on the way home. Yeah, I got a couple map glitches. Not sure what's up with that. They've got this weird thing where the beach part didn't render in and it just goes straight down. There's like, I found a bunch of them. Not sure what's up with that. Just rendering error, it looks like. Oh, hey, Kitten. Fant was telling me we gotta, you should reboot the game about it, or reload the game about every 3 hours. 2 to 3 hours. So it wasn't just us noticing that. It's just like I've said for, or when he brought it up. It's just like several other games. Just, whoops. Maybe I should pay attention to driving. I'm not that good at it. Just like several other games, a slight memory leak every couple hours you reload. 7 Days to Die had it. Probably still does. I think Empyrean has a bit of one. Yeah. So it's just that's why my FPS dropped so bad that one time. It's basically what I was thinking. Ow. You know what? You don't deserve bullets or potatoes. You don't get to eat my potatoes. Fork you. Hey, got a lucky hit in. What's up, Yusuf? How's it going? What about Scrap Mechanic? I'm learning it. And right now I'm trying to learn Fant mod, and there's a bunch that I got a long ways to go. Oop, cow. Right now I'm trying to find some farmers. Actually, why don't I just drive around the outside here? I know the topographical feature that tells me I'm in the right spot. So far, I'm not seeing it. Stop arguing with me, car. Seems like it hits things in the water every once in a while and it shoots me off to one side. It's kind of annoying. Why do you have a potato peeler for the robot parts? Because it's a refiner. It's a laser refiner. Not a... They're so rude. Well, that's not it. Maybe it's on the other side? I need more farmers. A laser peeler, exactly. It's like a lightsaber, but for potatoes and apparently chunks of metal. Well, we'll find farmers somewhere. Maybe we'll find new ones. I think I might have one beacon on me. I do. Why is it really being weird? I might have to reload the game. I've noticed that sometimes there's things that need to reset on the vehicles sometimes. Like one of the times I went into the water and it wouldn't go straight anymore, or it wouldn't paddle anymore with this car. It paddled me out there and then it wouldn't move after I had to reset the game, or reset the car. Next time I peel potatoes, I say to myself, I'll refine them. A refining tater. I refine those taters. Yep. So yeah, let me go ahead and reload the game quick. I'm not gonna reload the whole game. We'll just jump out and jump back in. I think that's gonna be enough. It was before, so. But yeah, so okay. For anybody who doesn't know, because I didn't, it's not just 3 game modes. There's custom game up here. This is the one you want if you want to do modded. Download games. All you do is go download. This is just my world. This is Fant mod right here. And you download them, and then, or download the mod, sorry, and then it'll ask you what you want to do. So if I want to make a new game, here, this will be a better way to show you. You do this one. This will automatically do its thing. I enabled all when I did mine. So it enabled this. I don't know if I needed to or not, but I'm pretty sure it did. So enable all, and then just highlight and play. That's all you got to do. It's probably one of the easiest mod mechanics out there. So I was just, what do you mean? Well, I usually call it like Madhouse or whatever. And I wanted to say this was Madhouse World, but it was modded. That's all. That's why I did it. I just shortened it because I didn't feel like writing Madhouse. Usually any of the games we play, we always do Madhouse. Madly grunting noises. But yes, I wasn't, I'm not claiming your mod. I'm saying I was just making my game name. That's it. Never show him a game names again. Nope. All right. Oh, I gotta back the camera up. I can't do that. So close. Yeah. Hey, even if I knew how to mod, I don't think I could ever do the amount you've done on this one. That's a serious amount of dedication, man. I think the closest I can think of for one mod carrying a bunch of things would be or for this amount of time too, would be like Arc Eternal. Yeah, and he had multiple people help out with some of the parts. Oh, okay, all right. I hate the riding on the side of the mountains, the Vaseline tires. Which, yeah, I remember I saw that in 2021 too, that they were talking about butter tires. That's right. Why do the vehicles slide everywhere? They were talking about being low friction, and they were going to work on it, whatnot. Apparently, they haven't solved that equation yet either. We all enjoy judging. Judged. So judgy. Note to self: add to the mod that when a player named Power Matt is detected. Oh, I never finished that comment earlier. I saw that in the mod trailer, and I was like, where the hell are those? And I don't think I'm ready to run into those yet. What the hell's a Glowzilla? I mean, I saw it, but what the hell? How does one happen upon one of those? I may have to go searching for them at some point, because that looked terrifying and awesome at the same time. Well, yeah. Where do you find them at, or do you craft a thing, a summon, or? Refining my potatoes. Oh, I need to eat. Here's what I'm talking about. The butter wheels, I guess, is what they were calling it. I call it Vaseline. Driving on Vaseline. They just slowly slide down the hill. Yeah. They spawn on level 15 raids. Roughly 400 broccoli or pineapples. Oh, then I got lucky. I don't remember. I don't know if Kitten remembers either. We just had one. We did a bad raid. A little bit overkill raid. Oh, wait, I do have one farmer, don't I? Yeah, let's drop him off before we back. Yeah, we had a bunch of farm bots. And we barely made it, actually. The farm got quite damaged. It broke the swather and everything like that. Drop value of 1,200. I think we were okay. So we were under that. We were at like 980 or something like that. Because I remember it being really close to 1,000. And yeah, okay. So that's good to know. Yeah, we're not quite ready for that. I'm still learning defense, like I was talking about. The swather is a nice like wall kind of defense, but not enough. All right, let's see. What do we have to go? We got to go grow a crop. And let's see. I don't know if this one would be as good. Oh. I'm thinking there's got to be a way to make turrets, right? It looked like there's a way to make turrets in your video. I think I saw it in there. So do you use like regular guns or do you use a mountable gun? Does it use a player gun or a mountable gun? I'm guessing mountable. I just don't know. Want to be 100% sure. If so, I'll get some. I don't know. Shotguns would be the right answer. Tank cannon? Is that a box of cannon? Unit facer craftable? I have those. Yeah, I made a couple of those because I figured those were what they were. It's what it looked like it was for. Because it aims the direction it's or it has the ability. There's a unit facer and then the other part of. They're all labeled with unit facer. The parts. Part that can track stuff like enemies. Yes. I was reading descriptions because I was looking for that one the new mod you made. So I was reading the description on everything. And while I forgot 90% of it, as soon as I saw that one, I realized that was probably what I'd need for that. So, pull in your inventory. Okay, there's the water guns there. So the mountable ones must be at the house. Okay. My thoughts is probably a mountable. Okay. And I really probably should take that purple thing off of here. But I'll probably do a bunch more with this actually farming farmers, if you will, over the next week between episodes. But then again, like I said, people want to see this. So that goes for YouTube and stuff like that. Leave comments below if you want to see me start a new world with the Fant mod and start from scratch on stream only stuffs. Yeah, send put a message up on YouTube. I will check them, and if we got a few, then I will do that. Which you have to tell me now. Which Draco already did. It's never important to remember everything. You just need to remember where to look for the information. I agree with you. Yeah. All right, is there... I don't think he's back yet. Nope. Not back yet. What do you want? Kick your ass. Nope. You know, I can't unsee the potato refiner now. Which is funny, because I thought about it, but it never, you never really say it out loud to yourself, necessarily. So, yeah. Alrighty, then. All right, let's get back to the house. We got to do some planting. We got 4 hours to get to plant the garden. Give us some time for one more fight for the stream. I think it's back here, actually. Could be wrong. And yeah, probably wrong. Because there's rocks there, and there wouldn't be any rocks there if it was the right spot, because I absolutely violated that area. There's nothing left of any use. There it is. That's where I cut in. I need to put some lights on this one. This isn't nearly as well lit up as the other one. Oh, was it that stupid flower? Is that what I saw up there? It was. That's what I was mistaken for seeing, the quote-unquote farmer up here. Spotted him from a, or that from a... Yeah, because I almost did it again this time. All right, but then I did carve myself a path, so to speak. As much as you can carve a path. Those rocks are indestructible too. Ah, you jackass. Almost flipped my car. That goes right to my backyard. And I'm out of fuel again. Damn near. Alright, so go take care of business back here. Got 2 minutes. Finish this. Yeah. Can't just let that go. He tried to flip me over. We can't just let him go with that. They gotta pay. I'm not picking all that up right now. All right. Cool. So we gotta get planting. We're gonna do the tomatoes. I actually meant to run more garden than I did today. Totally got carried away. I mean, hell, I think I just talked about the mod in the beginning and why we were doing it. Standing around showcasing just a little bit of stuff. Just to, or before even doing anything at all for that matter. But, yeah. Oh, did I already switch everything over? Yeah, I did. Ready to go. Hey, Fant, I got a question for you, if you're there. Is there a way to switch these automatically from stuck to blow? My mind is too dirty for those words to go together. I can't help it. An overgrown child. I'm never changing. You can't make me. There is? Okay. How do you do that? If it's hard to explain, then just tell me to go find it myself. I don't mind. Yeah, that would be nice if I could just hit a button and switch those back and forth. Okay, red. Logic input switch direction. Really? Oh no, I got you. It's painted. I understood. Believe me, you're not going to typo more than I am. I'm really good at it. All right, so that's ready to go. Turn them on and fire. So it's red painted logic input switch. Okay. Or logics, I mean. So you're talking about even, well, so the switch is a logic input in this game, right? So just another one of these, paint it red. Let's go find out. We got 22 minutes, 23 minutes to find out. So let's mess with that, because that'd be really convenient. I appreciate the answers, by the way. I try hoping not bugging you with it too much. I know I annoyed the shit out of Excalibur, and now he hates me and breaks mods for me on purpose. Alright, so I'll just get a one switch. My God, that is like the one thing that about the only thing I really wanted to change with that planting. Everything else works fine. Not going to bother with fertilizer all the time, so I just do it for like small crops to build up a seed base or something, or if I just want something quick. Can I get over that? Eh. I don't know why. They don't seem to care about this side, so I even leave this open, and it was actually going to have multiple pumps, but your modded pumps work so damn well, I don't even bother with multiple pumps. I have one on each side to, 15 each. I figure that's probably fine. Okay, so where do I want the switch? Do I want it up here? Kinda. But I also kinda want to be aware so Kitten doesn't hit the same buttons just in case. That is the wrong gun. That gun. There. Second one. Run. That. Okay. Will it take another input? Alright. Flip the switch. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Thank you. That is freaking perfect. That is exactly what I was looking for. Ah, there's so much stuff to learn on this game, I swear. Okay. I'm looking forward to a lot of... Why didn't I grab one for the way back? Now I'm confused. There's too many. You can only do it when you grab one for each direction, or else you can't tell. I've tried to keep this fairly neat. Let me get all of these done, and I'll show you the wiring for the place. I'm sure there's better ways to build an automatic farm, but this was, I don't know, what I got from not watching videos. I watched one where he built a little tiny farm. I don't remember who it was. It was just the first person I happened to see about a farm. And yeah. Then I changed it because it was too small. Different setup. There was stuff running in the ground that blocked building more, or blocked farming. I didn't want that. I just changed and rearranged it. Felt it was something I wanted. Oh, I did watch your farm, Fant, your automatic one with the wheels and whatnot. That was actually really helpful, but not for the farming. But yeah, here's my wiring for this one. I think it looks pretty good overall. I mean, you're not going to get perfect. But it looks kind of like a laser light show. All right. Let's see. You could do the wiring with 3 clicks with the block editor. I'm not doing block editor. I don't know. I don't mind. It's not that bad. It's more incentive when you have to wire it individually like that. It's more incentive to make sure it doesn't get destroyed. Because if it's too easy to redo, then you won't really care if stuff breaks down. Right now, I got to defend this shit because it takes a while. Look at that. Oh my God, that is so convenient. And it was so easy. Damn, that'll make you feel dumb real quick. But wait, why do you have to paint it red? Is there significance to switches colors for other things that I don't know of? And if so, where should I go look to find out? Because, yeah, that, I don't think I would have stumbled on to accidentally finding paint it red. Wait, hold on. I think I may know the answer to that, potentially. I'm thinking in-game stuff. 2 places to look. I want to look at Switch itself. Is there a description on this? Activating. I think that's just a standard description. Okay, that makes sense. It's fine. But where is it? Go under all because I don't know what it would be. Oh wait, it's not even going to be in there. In here. There. A book. Hey. That's the succomatic. That's gyroscope angle sensor. Where wasn't loading it first. Oh, I got it. Every time your game loads a creation in the order of how the connections are connected switches randomly. So make sure the interact part reads. I was noticing. Okay, so I wasn't losing my mind. Sometimes things are on when they were shut off and reversed, right? Or off when they were on. Okay. Okay. Make sure the interactable part reads correct input for a certain action. This stuff gets paid. Okay. Just so you don't want me to mess it up. I don't want you to mess it up. I wish I could zoom in here. It's my blurry eyes. I can't hardly read it. But there's the pink pump all in and out. I can make that out. White one. Let's say drop mods. Drop mode. Oh, okay. Suck all the containers. Okay. Just push all the buttons. No. Texture quality to the max of the options. Maybe. Maybe. There's the succomatic. There's the teleporter. The gyroscope. The angle sensor. I will be messing with that. Okay, and then we're back to the beginning. All right, then hit one, right? Yeah. Okay. But hey, that was still useful info. But yeah, let me look at that. It might be a little more than my steel can handle. Yeah, texture quality on high. Wait. So I guess yeah, I do have it on max. Um, Try 8 anisotropic. Didn't don't think that'll do a whole lot, but no, that no. Why is it then blurry? I don't. Your guess is good as mine. Might as well just go back to that. Are we missing anything else? Reflection quality, shadow quality, shader quality. I mean, most of this stuff's still on pretty decent. I do turn reflections down a bit because reflections crush a poor computer. Actually, hold on. Let me see. Where am I at on what's the video card up to? Let's see. GPU 1 is at 12%. GPU 2 is at 37. We're barely cooking over on the big card. Depth of field always off. Did I not have that off? Where is it? Oh yeah, I know. I swore I already turned that off. Thank you. A lot of times I won't use gamma stuff either, but like bloom, and I'm actually going to leave that on. It hasn't been bothering me on here. Particle quality stuff like that, that's fine. Okay. But yeah, I don't know why it's. Well, is it blurry to you? It may not be blurry to you. It's blurry to me. Am I reading a book, Draco? I do know how instruction manuals work. My eyes have just gone downhill, Fant. So things are blurry to me that may not be blurry to you. Actually, is it just me or does it look wildly better? I didn't do anything really other than the distance. Oops, that way. Oh, still have the old model for the telepipe. I remember that because the 4 years ago version, I remember seeing that one. How come you changed the model for that? I mean, they're both good. I just wasn't sure. Is there a reason? You just like the other model better, or did this one not work as well? Let's see. Full percentage. Oh, that's kind of nice. The chest fill detector. And yeah, we're back to the vacuum pumps. May have to, oops, look at that more in a bit again. I've looked at it a little here and there. Can't say I've studied it hardcore just yet. And Kitten breaks everything. Don't let her lie to you. She knows she breaks everything. Mean to my stuff. Mean to me. Bullies me. Not blurry for you, but you do have 4 eyes. Okay, Draco, if you're seeing it fine, that's what I thought. It's just mine. It's just mine eyes being fun about it. Let's see, just clean up the inventory space. It's just 4, but it makes a difference. Oops. There, get the glue. You remade a lot of models. The new models look better. Gotcha. Again, we don't have a storage for beets yet. We're gonna need it. Beets, I think, are on my list of things I need to grow. She's in charge of the foodstuffs. I just grow it. She has to store it. All right, what do we got left for time? 10, 11 minutes? All right. Hang out a bit over here. Or wait, no. I want to go look at those parts. Yeah, even running around the GPU, we're not even hitting 40%. It's not even... Oh, I take it back. It just hit 41%. So the GPU, graphics card's not even working. Not even working hard. All right, I know I made some of the parts we were talking about. Got some simple controllers. I don't think I need those yet. Where? Wait, there's one. There's the unit facer. Then I was gonna mess with this later too. Shoot, I meant to do that today, but there's the unit facer hub. Output to what you want. Engine, lights, guns, whatever. Yeah. That's what I need. Press E on it. Right. So I get that. I tried to work these out. I'm going to need to look at this a whole lot more. The tank stuff. that looks like a little work, and I might need some education at that point. For a small turret. Oh, that's right. I need. I almost forgot. I have a couple of those. The battery boxes. Well, for one, I'm gonna need batteries. Get put this at 1100. That back to 100. Get one of those. I gotta find the box for it. There. One of those. Okay. Oh wait, bearings. Duh, 2 bearings. One, yeah, left, right, and up, down. And then I gotta paint one of them too, if I remember right. Uh, ba, ba, ba. Thought I had a switch. Apparently, I didn't take a switch. Well, at least somebody's paying attention. Let's grab extra switches. God dang it. Yeah, I'm too busy looking back and forth. Keep forgetting to actually bring blocks. Let's do 200 of these. You guide me through it quickly. It's easy. Easy for you. I'm going to close down. Yeah, the only thing, the GPU or CPU is hitting about 40% on occasion. Usually it's about 35. Memory's sitting at about 18 gigs, which is fine. I got plenty of that. Yeah, 17.2 gigs. That's all it's using. I got 64. Looks like Ethernet is what's hurting the most, and it's not that bad. Yeah, huh. So yeah, it's really not working this computer very hard. which is funny because, because I'm in an RV, I live on batteries and stuff. And so I regulate my power very, very, very intentionally. And it it definitely uses a lot of power to run this game, even though it's not ticking over the hardware very bad. So I'm not sure why, but yeah. Need something as a base plate. Yeah, I was kind of wondering. I think for now, I think I would be best off. Oh, by the way, anybody who's new to the game, get really familiar with using this. Your lift, because if you're transporting garden stuff up there and getting it packaged and putting it on your car without doing it the right way probably, and your car flips over, unless you want to repack it, you better be real talented or get real talented with the lift real quick. You can flip over anything if you're determined enough. All right, so this goes out, this goes over here. I'm thinking but I want to do that. Can I replace this block without breaking anything? I think so. There. So, milk here. I want to get popped up. When it goes blurry for you, it is dropping to 280 to 160. Then it jumps back to 1280, 70, 68. The thing is, it's working way better than Starlink did, at least. Starlink, man, it was part of why I didn't stream so much. Because stream was garbage. So many people yelled at me about it, and there wasn't much I could do about it. And yeah. That reminds me, I need to look. Okay. Inputs. Oh, I can't look at the description because it's in here and not in there. Where's the other one? That one. I forget which one I have to paint. All right. Oh, I can't paint it afterwards either. Okay, hold on. How much time do we got? 8. No, 6. All right. I want to go read that description again real quick. I'm guessing I put another block on top, but practice, scroll. Blah blah blah. Needs a colored signal input like a button. Turn it on. Blah blah blah. Crap out for more. Okay, connect 2 bearings to it. One for left, right, and one for up, down. Unit facers knows what the bearing is for left, right, and color based on the color of the bearings. Horizontal axis, left, right. Bearing must be the default color. Vertical, up, down color must be any other color. Okay. Connected to the facers. Now, default color only robots. Thinking, yeah, we'll leave it as only robots then. Okay. So, it's any color we paint it. All right, cool. You're watching on solar power, 6,000 watts currently being produced. I'm only making 1,200. At peak anyway, I'm making about 1,250. But I only have 2 panels. They're just big panels, bigger than most people put in an RV. Let's put it that way. I don't screw around. The things weigh 70 pounds apiece. You have more room for panels? I have mine sitting outside. They're in the dirt. I have them up on a prop. I don't have them on top of the rig. That would be nice. Okay, so let me double check. So there. What you want? So I don't put this on there yet then, right? I do this first. But I think I put a Let me guess. I put a block first, and then this, and the way I want it to face. Guessing that way is out. That should be a face, right? All right, let's see. Definitely, well, I'm already the owner, so I'll set. A blue bastard in my field? No. Okay. Yeah, mine are like 575 or something like that each. Oh, everything harvest. Okay, hold on. We can harvest our field. Except the fact that I think I forgot to turn these on, but it's fine. They'll be stored. It'll end up there. There it goes. Oops. Bad idea. That's how you lose seeds. All right, are we full? Damn, that is so nice. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. It is so good. I forgot to paint the other bearing. I don't know that it matters, but we'll use that color because that's definitely not what I'm going to use somewhere else and get it confused. Wait, that's... Try that. That's definitely different than a stock bearing color. So am I putting that in the right order, Fant? Said you were going to... Oh yeah. Click the switch. Oh my god, that is so nice. Yeah. All right. Time to let a fight happen. Actually, I meant to do a stronger fight. We won't have time for another one. We'll have to do a big mean one next time. I'm sorry. I lost track of time. I got all excited. That's the thing, though, this game. You can go off on a wild tangent and just go and do stuff. And with this mod, there's always something you can find to create or something else you want to mess with or tinker or whatever. And I'm really glad it exists. Let's put it that way. Really glad it exists. Fun. All right, so I'm just going to let that run its course. Let's get a battery box back over here. Yeah, we'll put it over here a little further away than where I had the other one. I need switch. We'll put this there. Oh wait, that can't hook to there. See, they can slow that down. That is not doing as good a job as it should. Oh, yeah, little guys. Beat the hell out of little guys. All right. Any more little guys? All right, let's shut these off. Back over to here. I think we lost Fant. I don't know. He already got tired of watching me screw up his toys. Wait, I need the controller again, right? Gotta read that one more time. Unit hub or facer hub. Connect the input to unit facer and the output to what you want. Lights, guns, whatever you want. Select the mode you need. Pressing. Okay, so what can I place the gun on then? Oh, wow. We don't need that kind of distance. Actually, let me check over here. This will go all the way to the house. What are we at on there? 364 goes to the house. That's about the same distance as the other. We can probably even go shorter than that. So let's go to 350. Let's go to 360. You have to go. Catch you guys later. I understand. Appreciate you hanging out, dude. I'm going to clean up around here. And I think that's something I'm going to tinker with. And then come back and show people. Because I have a feeling I'm going to screw that up at least a dozen times. But it also is time. Last time I was streaming, I went over accidentally and it put me behind for the whole day. I missed the chair. Now, I'd like to be able to stream longer some days. And oh, in about a week, I will probably do several days stream in a row. Because Kitten's heading back to California for a little bit. Go do some visiting for a few days. And figured maybe I'd visit you guys and hang out. So I'll be back at the house to save power and stuff. Oh yeah, I still got to pick up all this. Eesh. There we go. Made it under. Go away. I'm here to pick up the parts of your friends' bodies. Unless you want to be part of the pickup, go away. You know, I know this truck is ugly as hell and lopsided. I love this thing. Absolutely love it. It works really well. And just does what it's supposed to do. It's not glamorous or anything else. Not pretty. It's just ugly and knows what it's supposed to do and does its job. I love it. That one, I like it because it does its job, but that one ugly is unreconcilable. This one's ugly is totally reconcilable. A big ugly work machine is cool in its own way. I'm kind of curious what that's going to look like when I'm done with it. I'm probably going to ruin that one. Honestly, I'll do something to screw that up. But yeah. Alrighty. I had better get going though. This may look different next time. It probably won't be better. I'm probably going to make it worse somehow. But I think I might have put extra set of wheels in the back, put some extra weight. I might put a craft bot in the back and kind of make it an all-in-one like I had on the other one. I mean, it's big enough to be a rolling base. I thought about putting a trailer on it, but then I can't really take it through the woods unless I make it detachable, and I don't really know a way to make one detachable since bearings, you have to weld to them or not. And I did that on the other one, but I always had to weld and take it apart every time, and that was annoying. So I don't think I'm going to go that route, but I don't know. Well, like I said, for anybody watching on YouTube, leave a comment if you want to see this become a series. I don't know how long of a series, but it'll be a series. And we'll start from scratch, go back to zero. Otherwise, I'll probably just stream this again next week or whatever. Or something else, perhaps. But, yeah. We shall see. Take care, everybody. Good to see you guys again. Thanks for coming out, as always. And some of the people that have been around for a long time that I haven't seen in a while, Draco, Rex, etc. Appreciate it much. Y'all take care. I think I'm losing internet. So I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Perfect timing. Oh, my God.